Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Super Mario Odyssey playthrough. It is time for the final week of Mario Odyssey on my channel. Oh, good God. It feels like it has been a long journey. It's not been that long. I've been on much longer over the years. But considering, you know, I started filming this... recording the footage for this in... December. It's now February, and it's just like, good lord, I'm very nearly done. You see, that just makes me super happy, because I mean, you always end up with a sort of strange set of emotions by the time you come towards the end of a playthrough, whatever it is, because you're just sort of like, you're grateful that you're nearly done, but then you're sad to see it go, and thankfully I don't have to let Mario Odyssey go for a bit longer, because, I mean, obviously I've still got a couple more parts after this for this one, but I've still got the HFC one, so I'm all good, really. But yes, we are continuing on with our Whistle Stop Odyssey. Just popping in to see Peach, pretty much, in all of our locations, and then that's going to be about your lot. Because, so, in terms of pure gameplay, there's not really a whole lot left that you guys are going to get to see. I mean, we're definitely obviously going to go see the wonderful, challenging final level. Definitely going to go see that. You're going to see what you get for getting every single regular Power Moon, and you're going to see what you get for getting every single moon in the game. And obviously it wouldn't be a playthrough by me if there weren't a good look at some lists, because lists are always very important, because I'm a little bit of a crazy person. But it should hopefully help you dealing with certain things if you need a little bit of a pointer in the right direction. And I think pretty much once we've done our world hopping, we'll definitely make sure to pop back to the Mushroom Kingdom to just pick up any achievements that we have unlocked in our Whistle Stop tour of the world, because it's just quite useful to do stuff like that. And I have to say, I like that the game points you in the direction of the moon rocks once you land in a kingdom, and then also part of me is just like, could you just not do the cutscene every time? Just let me go find it myself? Because, I mean, the whole thing is that obviously most people in playing the game won't have picked up every single moon on their first journey here. So there's likely going to be quite a few other moons about, and there's every chance that they might stumble upon the moon rock. I mean, you could put like a massive glowy thingy to say, oh, look at this thing, but letting people explore and find it themselves might have been a fun idea, especially considering on their first journey here, those moon rocks are there, you just can't do anything with them. Which is a little bit depressing, but hey, what can you do? And also, I forgot this is where Peach was. I thought, oh, we're going to go down into the portrait, but I think we've already done that. But yes, Peach is here having a lovely time. I mean, not really going to get much of a suntan up here, but still, it's going to be just getting that nice refreshing shower. Just must be rather lovely in the grand scheme of things. And I'm thinking that we should probably think of changing outfits soon, because while I love a bit of Waluigi, yeah, that was close to Wario. There's the thing about those two, the voice is very similar. Although it's Waluigi, and it's a Wario time. Same sort of lines, but you sort of go wow for Waluigi and wah for Wario, so you kind of go high and low depending on who you're voicing. I say is obviously an expert voice actor. Yeah, definitely not an expert voice actor. Not in the slightest. But yeah. Oh, it does make me think back. And I've already mentioned when I had dreams of doing machinima. And I did want to do some voice acting at one point in my life. And I did actually audition for one machinima series, which I think it was Toronto Gaiden, which was a Smash machinima series. I don't know what happened to it really. I always remember quite enjoying it, and yeah, that didn't end up working. But it's fine because I don't think it would have ended up working out well anyway. But yeah, I very quickly realised that. So, I'm not the best actor in the world. I'm the first to admit that. I can feign certain emotions. I've managed to get that bit down pat. I'm quite happy to say that I can cry on command. Sometimes it's a bit more difficult than others, but generally, I can work myself up into crying, which is always quite fun. But the only way that I can kind of perform is that I've got to kind of do a sort of more exaggerated me. Otherwise, it doesn't quite work, because obviously I can't tell jokes, because that kind of buggers me over. And I'm generally just too smiley, so I don't really do drama all that much. It's why I've always erred more towards the musical, because it's that sort of showman-esque element to it, which is a bit more me, but then I don't really have the necessarily the stage presence, shall we say, to pull off a lot of stuff. But I try, I have fun, that is what is important. And it would be dull if I didn't try, so I have fun. So even though I'm not excellent actor, not really an excellent singer either, I still have fun, and that just allows me to kind of continue onwards and just do the stuff that I want to do. And Blominac, we are very rapidly coming towards the end of our whistle-stop Odyssey around the globe. Right, this is like our penultimate kingdom, because we don't need to go to Darkside, because Peach doesn't turn up on the dark side of the moon or the dark side of the moon. She only appears in sort of the main kingdoms that she visited along the way. Which makes sense, really, doesn't it? Why would she want to go to those places? I mean, it'd be nice if she did, because then it'd just be quite exciting. But still, also, one of the things that I would definitely recommend doing at some point, if ever you're coming back to Bowser's Kingdom, is opening those bloody gates. You're going to have to go kind of from the back in order to achieve it, but definitely do that, because it is going to make your life so much easier if you then decide to do the Koopa races, because the Koopa race in Bowser's Kingdom is pretty insane, actually, because you start right from up the top. So you saw where the little trophy was and talk to. So that little bit just before the Bowser boss fight. Well, no, the Robo Brood boss fight. Right there, you've got to run from there all the way back to the beginning of Bowser's Kingdom. It's actually really fun to do because you suddenly start thinking about the kingdom in a very different manner, because for your kind of first journey through it, you're climbing up and constantly kind of having to be relatively slow and make sure you're getting up to the top. Whereas when you're kind of careening down, it's a case of going, oh, where can I cut out entire sections of the level? It's kind of crazy. But, and I'd say actually it's probably one of the easier Koopa races in the game, if only because there aren't as many obstacles going down as there are going up. So that does tend to make your life quite a bit easier. But either way, we are going to head up to the moon. Now, I don't know whether I am going to show it off. I don't think I will, actually, which is a shame. But if you were in... I can't remember which kingdom it was. I think it might have been Bonneton. In the Cap Kingdom. If you basically turn the camera around from your starting position, you'll see a whole bunch of residents from the other worlds. Oh yes, there they are! Look, it's all lovely! And if you ground pound, I believe it's behind the lock lady. Oh, we're actually showing it off. Yay! That is found with Cap Kingdom art. And I just think it's a really cool thing. Also, Captain Toad is here! Just, oh! Yes. Always love a bit of Captain Toad. But it's really nice, this, because you've got residents from all the kingdoms coming together, looking at their Earth. And it's beautiful. I don't know how the majority of them are breathing here. Clearly there's some sort of oxygen bubble that surrounds the place and allows everyone to breathe, because otherwise they'd pretty much all be dead in the vacuum of space. But them's the grapes. Now, obviously we have pretty much bought all the costumes we can. There's two still remaining. Two still remaining that we'd unlocked through moons, but I ain't gonna get them. I'm not gonna purchase any of the other ones either because they're too bloody expensive. And thankfully, I've already purchased them, so I don't need to. I just need to, you know, go to my other save file, which is basically what I'm gonna do for kind of one or two of the last parts. But yes, there's wonderful spacesuit, and it's just epic. And I think it was at this point that I was going, where am I going again? How fast can I get to places? Because we've got to hit the rock and then we need to go find Peach. Thankfully it's relatively easy to find, well, it's not necessarily relatively easy to find Peach, but it's a lot easier to get to where she is than it would have been the last time you were here. And also part of me thinks we should probably, you know, go and speak to Sphinx, but we'll see whether that actually happens. So, I'm going to go over it probably in more detail. At some point. Basically I need to make sure that I have a list of all the references. I mean, one of the things that's kind of annoying is that obviously I've recorded this entire playthrough. It's all done, and I'm obviously not going to go back to record. And then obviously blooming Nintendo at the mini direct announced that they were introducing bloody free DLC, which is going to have more costumes. It's just like, really? For God's sake! But, hey, what you gonna do? This is a vanilla Mario Odyssey playthrough. And obviously, playthrough, not a walkthrough, otherwise I definitely would have been going back and saying, these are the things you can get! This is what they added later. Because, yeah, that's the type of thing I would do. Actually, I was going to do my my costumes references trivia list now, but you know what? We're sort of nearing the... well, we're heading towards the end of this part, and I feel it'd probably be better suited to the actual part where I'm going to go through all the lists, just to kind of give that a bit more pep, if you know what I mean. Well, you travelled floating by an airship sail, because, what you may not have seen, I don't know if I showed it off in this one, but it's certainly something that you can spot around, is that if you go through the binoculars, capture the binoculars, in certain kingdoms you can see Sphinx flying through the sky on an airship sail, and if you can kind of zoom in on Sphinx, locate them, then you will unlock a power moon, and that's great. And also that blooming checkpoint flag, that weren't there before, you cheeky blighters. There's a few of them like that, where after you've beaten the game they decide they want to pop up and you're just like, really now? Now, if you want to take on Bowser again, you can do. You just go through the portal on the left. Apparently there should be a portal on the right. Oh, the picture on the right there, but it's suspiciously empty right now. But if you come into the hall, you've got these two kind of thinking about a wedding, and also below, like, a whole bunch of coins. I mean, really, people should have given more for the wedding fund, because, I mean, seriously, that's like minuscule. But what are you gonna do about it, really, eh? So yes, Peach. This is the important thing. We need to find where she is. Well, oh look, it's a little UFO thing. Oh, that was cute. I'll leave it be. Peach. She is rather craftily. I don't know how she got up there, mind. But, I mean, maybe Tiara allowed her to capture her very own Froggy. But yes, she's up here with Tiara by the bell and looking rather smooth whilst doing it. And there is another power moon. Also, I do quite like the fact of, obviously, last time she was here, she was dressed all in white, and here she's kind of dressed up, sort of warm, wearing all black, just going, ugh, I'm not getting married here again. And, oh, that's just such an easy moon, I'm just getting that whilst we're here. And also, it is actually part of my plan, I think. Because in well, the final moon that we are ever going to get in this game is a multi-moon, and so what I sort of want to have is a grand total of 532. I feel like I need... I'm going to need to make sure I'm even, otherwise I'm going to go slightly nuts. It might be a 540 moon run. I can't remember anymore. As I said, it was December when I recorded this. I could be crazy to actually remember what I did in the damn thing. Either way, we are going to see exactly what we can get in Peach's Kingdom. Because, I mean, one of the things is that obviously once you have visited Peach in every other kingdom, if you go and visit her in the Mushroom Kingdom, because she has returned here. And she's standing just at the top of the castle in her little balcony, because obviously she is, and she just needs to be damn cool. Don't know exactly how she got here again, because there's no door, but clearly she came out of her portrait again. And she was so happy that she invited everyone here. That was just adorable. So yes, I believe you can still see Peach in all of the other kingdoms, but she is now here as well. And that's just quite lovely. So let's check in with Toadette, because clearly we have unlocked quite a few new things. Hopefully it'll be enough that we, you know, get over. We'll get a nice round number by the end of it. But we shall see. Yeah, we've got a lot of going around the globe with Peach wands to pick up, and stuff to do with hats and clothing and all that jazz. I mean, obviously right now you can see I'm getting very, very, very close to Christmas in terms of this recording. Yeah, 23rd of December. God, how long ago that is now. So much has happened since then. Namely, YouTube going down the absolute hellhole and making us all thoroughly miserable. But hey! I'm getting power moons and it is a delight still! So I think that is rather helpfully exactly 10 power moons. Yeah, it is. So I don't actually have to do any fixing to make sure I have a round number. Because, I mean, I probably should have done, because what we're going to end up with is a 545 power moon run of Super Mario Odyssey. When really what I probably should have done is gone for a 550 moon power moon run of Super Mario Odyssey, because that would be an even rounder number. I mean, even better would have been going to 600, but still. Anyway, yes, the final outfit that you can unlock, 'cause obviously you've got all the wedding outfits, is a silver Super Mario 64 outfit. And, yeah, that's pretty much your lot in terms of what the game offers. So, we are gonna get changed into something a little bit more suitable, I feel, for what is going to be such a grand finale challenge. And, yes, it is time to head all the way up to the sky to take on the darker side of the moon. Let's go.